I've given the permission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi all again. Mm, Welcome to another episode. Today we have with our another guest Avinash. So he's a law graduate and is working in private
I left the meeting.
sector. Yeah. Go ahead, Avinash. Tell about yourself so that we can start the session. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Dheeraj. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to at least say about myself and just go out through my experience, what I have till now experienced. So, before that, I would like to tell about myself. My name is Avinash Kumar, and I am basically born in Bihar, but stays in Bangalore. So, after born, just when I was 2 years, I migrated to Bangalore, and I started my education in Bangalore and completed go through completed law and later on completed masters in arts MA, and then now I am just planning to do PhD. Even I cleared UGC net last year, which was for PhD admissions, but unfortunately I could not got any seat from any universities, but right now I'm aspiring to do that. And meanwhile I'm doing a job. Earlier also I used to do job. So before that I would like to tell you all, I am a middle blind. So when I was born, I was not blind. I was a sighted person. So left eye, which it was by birth, I didn't had any vision in left eye, but in right eye I had vision, 80 to 90% of vision, which was quite good for me to manage myself. And I used to do day-to-day task. Each and everything was like a normal student. But after that, unfortunately, when I was in ninth standard, I lost my vision. To be accurate, it was eighth standard. So eighth standard end. So that time I lost my vision due to some surgery. So exactly the problem which I faced is known as RD. So it's retinal detachment. So after that, when I since I lost my vision, there was no scope for me for education, because as you know, by birth, who is birth blind, so he is comparatively very easy because he is already used to that situation, and he is used to that all the climate, so to adopt the things very well. But for me it was very tough, being at the age of 14 or 15, to take up everything. So somehow, due to help of screen readers, and because we went on to Mumbai and purchased jaws and ZoomX, so those things helped me out to continue my education, and so on. Right now, I'm working with a company, so which is a AI company, and which makes solutions, AT solutions for person with visual impairment. So yeah.
Great, 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 and that inspiring. I know, but for people who are late blind, it takes tough time to adopt for the situations, right? And it you need to learn all the assistive technologies, and you need to adapt to the situations. So after your vision loss, you started your law journey and you completed your law. So what about finishing law and what are the challenges you faced when you are going into the college, not in the school stages but in the graduation level? So what generally, if any person with disabilities when enters into the college, so what are the challenges he might face, be it blind or wheelchair user or any disability?
So basically, see, so when I lost my vision, it was really very challenging for me to, first of all, to accept that I lost my vision, and it was a big shocker for me that how can I take up and what can I do in my life more.
Yeah.
So it was looking for me that there's no like more way for me to go ahead. Like it is the end of the rope. It was for me like that, and I was thinking to, like to take up like end of my life, something like that. But my mother, so there was a big role of my mother to motivate me there. So mother, she just told me one thing. So you don't have anything. So it is nowadays you don't have your vision. So you take it as a blessing in disguise for you, because when you had vision, you used to be do many virtues and you used to do not concentrate on studies. But now you have only one target, that you can focus on your education. You don't have anything to distract. So I took this up in very positive way, and I started to focus in my education. But it was a challenge to learn braille for me, because the more the cognition, the ability to feel, and this whole thing will not develop suddenly, right? It will develop through the time. So it was
Yes.
very challenging for me to learn braille. So that's why I took up assistive technology. We, as I told you, we purchased jaws. We went to Bombay and got that jaws, and this ZoomX, which was a screen which used to scan the book and read it. So that was both things which I got and which helped me to study. And during the law, why I took law and lot of challenges. So yeah, it was a quite challenge for me to go to college since I completed my school. And to go to the graduate college, I was thinking after completing my PUC, like 12th, so what to do. So I thought most of the visual impaired person traditionally they study only graduation, that is arts. So I thought to take something up which will be more little bit respectful for me and will be give me some opportunity in future. So I took up law for that, and I went to the law college. And I used to go in the bus only. I used to travel by bus, BMTC bus, with my friend. There was one of my friend, I would like to mention his name, Arun. So he was from Kerala. So he was a sighted fellow, and he was first day only, like I was sitting in the class alone. And the class was shifting, like second they was going to some another class. So I was sitting at the bench, and other students, they went, okay, but Arun came to me and he just told me, Avinash, let's go to the next class. So I thought, oh, this is a person, so he is a very kind hearted. And so that day I start made friend build up friendship with him. But yeah, he is the only one person till now in my life I have contact with. Apart from him, I don't have any other friends. So he helped me
Yeah.
a lot in traveling. So he used to stay in my house, and we used to go and come travel. So after that, in the means of study. So like there was a time my mother got sick, and it was very disturbing for me in the fourth year of the law, since it was a 5 years law. So fourth year of the law was very disturbing for me to take up all the studies. And I got lot of arrears in my subjects. So once my 5 year was completed, I thought, because there was 10 subjects which was arrears for me. So I thought, let give it up. So I was thought to give up the studies because I could not clear. But one day when I was sitting, so there's a movie, audio description movies. Okay, so
Yeah.
a movie was came from Saksham. I guess they recorded one movie, audio described a movie called Black. So it is a
Black.
very beautiful movie made on inspired by the life of Helen Keller, and Amitabh Bachchan was there in that movie. So I saw that movie. In that movie, she was hearing impaired and visual impaired both.
Yeah. Deaf and blind.
She
Yeah.
had both the challenge, right? So in that movie, her only one target was to become graduate. So
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
saw that movie, and at the end of the movie, what was the moral of the movie is, after those 12 years, graduation takes only 3 years, but after 12 years also she got graduate. That was the final goal. She was
Exactly.
getting that graduation day, that cap. So that time only I thought it kicked me, Avinash, why can't you do? You have only 10 subject backup, and B, she having a challenge more than you. She's having
Yes.
double multiple disabilities, but you have only visually challenged. And you have
Yeah.
all the source, then why can't you study? That
Yes.
made
Yes.
me up think again twice. And from that day I thought, no, no, this semester I'm going to fill all the subjects, and I'm going to give myself one chance. And that was the time I started studying again. And I cleared, the last sem, I cleared all the 10 subjects in a single semester. And that day I remember when I got my law graduation, the membership of the bar council. So they give a certificate, and the bar council member chairman give you the certificate and the oath. So that day I went there and I was very happy. So that day I remember that movie again. So this was what I
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely, Avinash. Like, see, parents, friends, and the motivation from inside is very helpful for us to, cross certain milestones, be it graduation or getting a job or getting independent lifestyle. It's very important for people with disabilities, especially because I always say, without the disabilities, you can take a bike and do Zepto, Rapido, Zomato, any kind of work, and you'll get part-time job. But for us, people with disabilities, there will be no option like this. You need to fight against it, and the parents families has to support themselves to make independent living, and that is inspiring journey, Avinash. Yeah. And yeah. And now, currently, where you are working and what is your role in private organization, and what exactly you do as you joined in the corporate, and what are the challenges in the corporate sector?
So look, before no, I started my career, like a journey as a telecaller earlier in 2021 with a company. So there I was working as a customer support executive, and it went on so on. And recently, last year, I joined a very beautiful company. I told you, as its name is
Yeah, yeah.
Trestle Labs. So
Yes, yes.
it built Kibo. So it is very well known company in the visual impaired world, or in other education world also, because we built solutions for person with disability, and even solutions for library to digitize the content of library. So this is our main core work of the company, and where my role is of project coordinator. So basically, I take up coordination with all the CSR and the AT so companies, and I do training for them, for the institutions wherever the deployment is done. So my job is to do the deployment and the training. So, and apart from that, there are multiple roles which I'm doing with the company. So yeah,
Great,
so this is
great,
what I'm doing with the company right now.
great, great.
And as you
Yeah,
told, for the challenges, so as of now I don't see any challenges, but yeah, when I joined starting I had few challenges, but I solved it my way, because there's nobody will come to help you. You should find out your own solution. There was a very good guy in my first company. He just told me, my he was my TL. He told me one thing, Avinash, you should find your own solutions. So you should find your own
great,
solutions. Nobody will come and help you again and again. So that's why in the, at least in the, which solutions are available around that, if there's no solution, there's nothing to say about that. But if something is there, you, if you're able to find out and manage, then you should do on yourself. You should never be depend on others that, yeah, let me take from help from him or her. So if something is not there, then that is fine. If something is there, for example, when I joined, it was a documentation part. So even I do documentation for my company, lot of documentation work, such as creating a project proposal, creating an impact report, and like assessment report and all. So I thought, because as a person with visual impairment, the spellings, there's a big challenge for a person with visual impairment for a spellings. When you
brilliant,
hear
brilliant.
and study, you will be not able to develop your spelling skills, right? So
Yes,
that is
yes,
a quite again big challenge. So in this way, the AI plays it has played a major role for me to do that. So I have used the help of all the AI materials what is available in the world. In we have, so I took the help of those AIs, and AI is helping quite. It is making our work very easy.
great, great. And you are already, I mean, you've done your legal certification, graduation, and you are working in the corporate sector. And can you talk about RPWD Act in India 2016? So, Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act. So, what does it law says, and what are the things? As far I know, there are only seven disabilities before this act, but after this RPWD 2016, seven disabilities were increased to 21 types of disabilities. Now in India, under this act, there are 21 categories, 21 different types of disabilities. One of the disability type is also acid attack people. The people who got attacked by acids and different kind of abusive things, they are also placed under a disability category, and they'll be provided with the accommodations, reservations by the government of India. Now, can you also speak about this RPWD Act and what are the sections, how we can use that as a people with disabilities?
Yeah. So as I'm from a law background, so I got a chance to study this RPWD Act, and I am a little bit aware about this law. Okay. So since quite Indian government is little bit of even lazy, or we can say they are not proactive to take up any challenges of, and they are not even willing to solve the challenges of person with disability. That is what I am able to find out through this act, because there is many beautiful things written in this RPWD Act 16. First of all, I will like to talk because base of the constitution also in 1947, 1950, when the constitution was adopted, in that we didn't had any reservation, though the reservation was given to SC, ST and SC and ST, but there was no reservation given to PWD, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
so we can just forward it friend, and we can see like in 1993, due to some this Mandal commission, after that when they got a reservation for OBC, then physically challenge people just they put up suit in Supreme Court, and they got a 5% reservation in employment, and sorry, 5% in education and 4% in employment. So this was the Supreme Court who gave us the right earlier, and asked government to make a so Rights of Person with Disability Act 1995. So they made that. In that, basically there was seven disabilities categorized, and there was very minimal things which they have added it only for reservation, for education and employment. Two things was added, okay, and which was not even implemented, just added for namesake. But after 2006 convention of United Nations, when they had a conventions on rights for person with disability, so their United Nation clearly mentioned every country should have a unified law, and they should recognize all the disabilities for that. So for that cause, even after 2006, every country adopted it, but India again they delayed to 2007, 9, government changed again 2000. So 9 it was again Congress. Again in 2014 when this government came, they thought okay let's do this. So they drafted it, and 2016 they finally passed in
Public.
Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So this thing happened, and they got okay. But after passing this, there was no so implementation in the matter of implementation where we see. So there's nothing we can see. Just minimal things are happening. So some things has happened. For example, Sugamya Bharat. So Sugamya Bharat, it's an app. Sugamya Bharat, wherever you find the buildings are public infrastructures are not accessible, you can just click a picture and upload in that. So that is a government is telling that you can do that and we'll solve it out. But I don't know how much they are solving, but you can do that in Sugamya
Yes.
Bharat app. Okay. So that is
Yes.
one thing. Sugamya Bharat mission government has spent lot of money on that, but I don't know where the money is going. And second thing, in RPWD Act there are many things. First thing, I will like to point few things. So at least
Yes.
minimum of pension of 5,000 rupees we should be given to person with disabilities. Okay. So that is not happening. You can see there are very minimum states like
Yeah.
Andhra Pradesh and
Yeah,
Delhi.
but how do you see Avinash giving pension or giving an opportunity, equal opportunities or employment is better than giving a pension? Or how do you see, or giving pension is also required to balance the person with disabilities, underskilled people? Or how do you see? Because I don't see developed countries like Canada, US, UK, they don't give pensions or kind of stable income for them, but they provide equal opportunity for them. So how do you see what is your opinion on it? What is your take on it?
No, no, like you are just mixing up two things. So, giving pension is a totally different thing, and giving opportunity is a different thing. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So, giving opportunity is totally different. Why I'm telling you? Because when you get the opportunity in a company, as you see, the level of same work, the level of your role and your work, the cited person will be getting some other amount, and he will be getting some other amount, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is a
yeah,
type
true.
of differentiation you are finding everywhere, right? So
Yes,
just to cover up those things, we need the pension. Pension is
yes,
not that a person who is employed and they do not require pension. That is totally wrong. How
okay,
only in a situation when the pension is not required, when you are having a government job. So government
okay,
job, why pension is not required? Again, it will be just for the government. It will be just conflict of interest. Giving a same person a government money for as a payment money for pension. So that is a conflict of interest for government. But a person who is working in a private sector, when you go to some company, now for example, I'll tell you. So first company where I joined, no, they were just paying me 10,000 rupees, right?
okay.
So I just asked them why you are giving me 10,000 rupees. They told me you are getting the pension. Clearly,
Okay,
they told that. They also know this.
okay,
So
okay.
suppose if I didn't have that pension, whatever 1,400 Karnataka government is giving, then 10,000 was very tough for me to manage day to day things.
Yes,
The
yes,
type
yes,
of level of exploitation is going around. There are few companies who are doing, not every companies. We can't blame everybody, right? But anyhow, everybody will just seek their opportunity and they try to maximize their business. They also are doing for that. So, but
yes,
one thing what you have told me, like America and Canada, yeah, America is also giving pension. It's social security pension, so SSD. What they're
okay.
giving, so that they're giving some $1,200. If that one, if Indian government starts giving, then there's nothing more than that. So $1,200 is equal to like around some 1 lakh,
12,000, 1,20,000 rupees. Yeah, yeah,
around that yearly. So it's fine, no?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So that is what they're getting. That is not that American government is giving more employment. So the situation of the situation of person with disability is same in India, the same in America, but the thing is they have more facilities. That is the difference what they're having from us. At least if government is not providing them the opportunity right in America, but they are providing them all the needs, basic needs, everything. Let it
Yeah.
be the food, let it be the what is that,
Education.
all the accessible places, the accessible books, everything, whatever they need they are getting by the government of America. But in
Yes,
Indian government is failed because see, we are at least a developing nation still. That is a one point, and the second point is on politicians. They don't care about us because they think that blinds are not our vote bank or the disabled persons are not our vote bank. The day when we become united, right, that day government will make policies according to us.
yes, yes, true, true.
Now we are divided, so they are just not thinking about us.
Yeah. And you wanted to point out some more points under RPWD Act. So,
Yeah. So yeah. So one more point, very beautiful point is like. in RPWD Act, there is a like provision that there should be every district should have a disabled court. Are you able to find any disabled courts in any district?
At least for myself, I don't find any district court or any disabled court in my district. I
Yeah,
cannot
that's
see
what I'm
in other
telling.
districts. Yeah, but yeah,
For as in Delhi, as for my knowledge, in Delhi, the government, when last government was there, so they just decided to make that. But I don't know where what is the progress status right now. But in
okay.
Karnataka also the government has told, but till now it is also under progress. So at least if there is a disabled court in our district, so a lawyer like me, advocate like me, I can at least go and practice there, right?
Yes, exactly
At least
true.
if it is a disabled code, that everything will be according to the like accessible things there to practice. Right now, why I am not able to go to those codes? Because it is far from my house.
Exactly.
First
Yes,
thing. The second challenge is like everything, the court is having a big campus. You can't walk around and you can't just access anything. There's nothing is accessible there. It's completely inaccessible place. So what will I go and do there? So
yeah,
there are, but it's not that I am not doing means others are not doing, but there are few couple of advocates, blind advocates who are struggling and doing. So there are mission accessibility who is just fighting for our accessibility rights and all. And there are few things we got through that, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
So yeah, good. I mean, you covered a lot in RPWD Act, and I also seen this section 20, section 42, some all the sections, and there is another section like section 89 and section 93 says that if your company, the internal portals of your company are like HR portal, employment portal, or timesheet portal, all these if they are not accessible under 89 section 89, they should be accessible, they should made accessible. If not, companies should get penalty and legal suits. That is there in the section 89 of RPWD Act. And there is also section 93 says that if that penalty, if that fines are not enough, then it goes beyond extension, and it can give punishment and guilty for the people who are working in that company, for the CEOs, founders, and all the people who are associated with that company. So these are the two sections which was there in the RPWD Act. And what about those sections, or how are it enforced in the Indian government?
So look, here there are two, three things. So the company, which is there are two things we can say, like the company which is well established, right? For them, if this is thing, so it should be for them mandate. But a company, a startup company like my company, so it cannot be mandate for them, right? Because these
Yeah.
companies already they are a startup company. And second thing, they are hiring a person with disability, right? In my company, I will tell you there are three persons right now, so there are total strength is around 23 or 25, but out of that, 3% we are person with disabilities. So our
Yeah.
company has given a reasonable employment for the person with disabilities, right? But apart from that, I would like to tell this HR portal of our company is very much accessible. I
Great.
do daily check in, check out, and I just claim all my reimbursement. Everything I do my individually. So I can
Great.
just put the attendance when someday if I forgot to check in, so I can just apply for present and these things for leave also. So these all things I'm able to do independently, right? And
Great.
second thing, where company just are taking from third party outsource like Zoho and all. So this will be the responsibility of third party like Zoho and Microsoft providers to make their platform accessible, right?
Yes, yes.
So that is their duty because Zoho, when I found completely Zoho is inaccessible. Why I'm taking the name is because I just mailed them 3 or 4 times, but the response from their
Yeah,
end is we
yeah,
don't have a accessibility mechanism. They have
yeah,
clearly told me that we don't have accessibility mechanism because when I found Zoho Mail, Zoho Click, and Zoho Meetings, these three apps, my company is using it, but I am not able to do anything from that.
No notification from
yes,
Right.
WhatsApp.
yes,
So it is totally inaccessible. But
yeah,
yeah, for a company like Zoho, they should definitely make because that is a
exactly.
well-established company. A company like
Even I
companies,
tried Zoho apps like Arete that is not accessible, completely blocking for us. Even
yes,
I turn on screen reader, the app gets crashed. So
mm,
that's how it is, the situation of a app.
you are true. So that is see RTI again. It is a chatting app. If it is not there, then that is no problem. We have alternative like WhatsApp for that.
Yes, yes,
But
yes,
the Zoho meeting, Zoho mail, and Zoho click. This is the internal part of my company, right? My company, everybody is using that. And being
Yes,
only a person with visual impairment, if I am not able to use, then why company will just invest on me on that
yes,
infrastructure, right?
yes, yes,
It is
yes,
very tough for company to invest on me. So, and being a startup company, though, so
yes,
it is
yes,
very tough. But anyhow, I am managing that. But it does not mean that everybody will manage. Every visual impaired person cannot manage.
yes, yes. Some
They
might
need
have
some
different
things.
problems. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody have their own solutions and their own problems.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
True.
So my company is very cooperative. To be frank, I'm telling you, if I'm not able to mail also, so there are my colleagues who just I just send they mail in behalf of me. So they
Great.
do that. But you know, everywhere you don't get such colleagues and such companies and such environment to work, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, even there is another section 20 of RPWD Act says if your company crosses 20 or 30 people, more than 30 people, then you should you have to create a policy saying that you are employing for people with disabilities and your company has a policy for recruiting people with disabilities. Unless if your company have only 13 people or 15 people, you are not applied for that or you are not eligible to do it. So like you said, the big companies, mid-range companies and large companies has to do this by giving the reservations at least 3 or 4% in their company, recruiting different kind of disability people and making the inclusive work and making the portals accessible. So that is there. Yeah, good. And so how do you see, Avinash, like in India and with this AI technology, what are the opportunities for people with disabilities? Before 10 years ago, if I see people with disabilities should only work for call centers or some kind of government jobs, now they are becoming more professionals. They are becoming entrepreneurs, businessmen, innovators, engineers. So they're going into diverse domains. So how do you see this pattern, and what are the future opportunities for India in this sector?
Yeah. So first, as you told me that the companies which is having more than 20 employees, right? So
Yes,
my company before having 20 employees, when they had at least 10 or 12 employees, also they had two persons with disabilities. But right now, I told you, if having just 20, 21 employees in my company, we are three persons having
yes,
persons with disabilities, right? And one
yes,
more beautiful thing is in Karnataka right now, last month, 2 months ago, a couple of months ago, government has passed a specifically law in Vidhan Sabha of Karnataka that any company, any private company should have 5% of the employee should be person with disabilities. They should have. This is a mandate law for all the private companies in Karnataka. It is
but
passed in Vidhan
does
Sabha.
all companies follow this? Who are big, who are medium range?
It is recently passed in the month of March,
Okay,
and I don't see any implementation till now. But let's hope for the best. At least they have passed this, and on this criteria, these NGOs, behalf of us, our stakeholders, so-called, the NGOs like who claim to give job for person with
yes,
disability, right?
yes, yes, yes,
SDF, so few NGOs like ATF and like Enable India, like Samarthanam, like Saksham, they can go to this government and they can go to these companies and show them this 5% law, and they can tell them at least employ behalf of this, right?
yes, yes, exactly.
So this is the one benefit. And second thing, what you just asked me, I just forgot it. Can you just
No,
ask again?
how do you see India growing in terms of people with disabilities as giving a equal opportunities?
Yeah, so right. So earlier, as you told, we were just made up of call center and for government jobs.
Yes,
Right
yes,
now, being a AI, so I just sincerely I urge all the person with disabilities, at least a person with visual impairment, you just focus on AI, just learn AI, learn whatever ChatGPT, Copilot, Claude, anything. Just learn and try to do prompt engineering. Whatever prompt engineering is the easiest thing and the very much accessible thing you can do it because uh, prompt engineering is just your brain, what how you are prompting with your brain, right? And that brain will react, it will reflect through the AI. So the same thing, what so this is a thing we can do it easily. And this will give you more opportunity. So such like me, a person like me, I am also doing my 80% of the work through AI nowadays. So it is made my life very easy. And definitely, I see a big opportunity. A country like India, definitely a country like hub. So IT hub. India is a IT hub. So a
yes,
country like India, definitely, it will give maximum opportunities for person with visual impairment. and definitely they will get it until they are skillful. So like you should not go just tell that give me employment, I want to do in here, but at least you should have some skills, right?
Exactly.
For
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
let it be skill of AI or being accessibility tester. So nowadays accessibility thing is also emerging, main things accessibility tester. So you can do that. So there are many things, couple of things you can do, and you can skill yourself and you can earn lakhs together. There are persons who I know, they are earning more than anything, and they are just placed in big MNCs.
Yeah, yeah, I do see these people evolving in accessibility, digital accessibility, especially the people who got these international certifications, working in digital accessibility, getting more packages, and it's not that they are getting more package, that they have their skill set, right? They have their skill set, and because of that, they are able to that grow that much far. So, people with disabilities, you should focus on your skill set rather than focusing on the sympathy or rather than focusing on other persons to help you. Just focus on your independent skills. That definitely, India has many opportunities, and with this AI, new technologies, this IT hub will give you more opportunities, and let them, people with disabilities, stand on independently. Yeah. And
Right.
another question from my side, Avinash, like, as you are saying that you are working in corporate, and you worked in different multiple platforms, and you also finished your law. So, what is the cultural and social attitudes from the people when we are working? So, let's say take my example. I'm an accessibility expert in my team. So, people from my team all knows that I'm a person with low vision. But if people who doesn't know that how disabilities work, how people with visual impairment use screen readers. So, what is the social attitudes towards us, and how they see us, and how we have to react with that situations.
See, so I when I was working with multiple companies, so everywhere I face different challenges. But sometimes what we feel is like we should we should ever we should never respond. Like if somebody is like, if you're feeling something, you should just keep it internally and you should try to work it hard, and you should get over that, and you should try to like help them. Like you should not be a help seeker, you should be a help giver, right? So what
Exactly.
they are expecting to do for you, before that you should do for them. So in our limitations, we have limitations, though we have limitations. In my so for being, I can share one example. So where we move around somewhere, right? So where we are with our colleagues.
Yes.
So sometimes what happens, they are both are sighted, are deaf, like remaining are sighted. So they mingle with themselves and they try to not like, for them also it is a little bit awkward, right, to mingle with
Yes.
us. So
Yes.
that
Yes.
is their awareness and their synthesize. So they are not aware about those things, how to be them. So that is main thing. And if you are also introvert and if you're sitting at a place, obviously nobody will go and approach you. You should approach the people and you should try to mingle in that group.
Yes.
That should
Yes.
be the approach, right?
Great.
But
Yes.
if you try to approach, if they are mingling, obviously they'll mingle. If somebody is like that mentality that yeah, they're ignoring you, then you should just come out of easily.
Yes.
Not to like insert more yourself inside the group, right? Not try to
Yes.
insert.
Yes.
Once,
Yes.
twice you can try. If it is, you can become the part of the group, it is fine. But if they are like ignoring and they are just trying to, like ignore you, and they're not trying to answer you, and you're feeling, obviously we can sense it easily if somebody is
Yes.
ignoring. So we
But
can just come out and we can
yeah,
just
that is true, Avinash. Like, all the people with disabilities who has done their graduations, try to be in the situation of giver situation, not taking asking help every time. So that makes you leverage as a people with disabilities, and that's the valid point. I do agree with it. And another question I have, we have under RPWD Act, we have CCPD and Chief Commissioner of Persons with Disabilities. So there should be a central, it's a nodal agency which works with the
Mhm.
government to provide or to investigate legal issues with the rights of persons with disabilities in terms of discrimination, in terms of equal opportunities. I don't know, but from last 3 4 years, there is no person who was appointed to CCPD.
See, that's a big funniest thing, CCPD, right? So I
Yes.
know them. I know all the what is that? What can you say? Dark side of the CCPD. But I don't know if it's the right platform to say these things. What they're doing.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
the thing is, everything you know, but you can't say many things.
Yes,
With
yes,
CCPD, what I want to say in the limited words, they are doing nothing. Okay, they are just for namesake. the organization, government is also pumping money inside that to implement the law and all. They tell no that they are to implement RPWD Act. But I am not, as I told you earlier also, I'm not finding anything which is like they're doing some tremendous work or something like that. Nothing. For namesake, they will just ask for 2 3 fellowships. They will give 2 3 blinds fellowship. That's it. 2 3 disabled. That is the thing, because that they want to show to the government again. They fund where it is utilized, right?
Yes,
That
yes.
is for that sake. Apart from that, they are sitting and they're just eating. All the IAS officers, all the IFS, what whoever are sitting, who is sitting inside the CCPD, who is that
And
nodal officer?
I also
I
heard opinion that there is no representation for person with disabilities in the CCBD and SCPD. We also have state commissioner per person with disabilities and in the central level as well. But there
uh,
are no people like us representing in that organizations. But if you see in the women organizations, national commissions for women, all persons who are leaders, board members are women, right? But when you
yes.
talk about persons with disabilities, why can't persons with disabilities are representing that boards? What is the reason for taking other people into them and making the policies for us?
See, the fact is they want to eat money. That is a problem. I'm just telling you, for example, where we start from our base, okay? Are you able to see all the NGOs which is running for blind, right?
Yes, yes,
Now
yes.
tell me, in that NGO, at least 10% of the blind people are employed? No,
No.
not at all. So only
Yes.
for example, some exceptions, some NGOs are having the head are the VIs, but those VI presidents also fail to at least ensure the 25% of employment for this one, right?
Yes,
Okay, fine. So what I was telling you about the NGOs, right? So
yes, yes,
here
yes.
we are able to see these NGOs. So when what happens to them, the president and everything are from VI community. Few NGOs though they run for blind. For example, Enable India, the head of their NGO, she is not blind. She's
Yes,
100% sighted, and she is accumulating money like hell. And she is just building the infrastructure for I don't know what is that, but she's failed to. Okay, so she's failed to give the employment to percent. They have, but I'm telling you 10%. Maximum they give 10% also. That is also I don't see.
yes. So what you're trying to say is all the NGOs, all the individual organizations or private organizations, what they are saying for people with disabilities, it is happening only 10%, and
Correct.
from the government side, it is not even happening 10%. It is not
No,
even
no.
happening 1%.
Government side, though, I will tell you about CCPD and the State Commissioner for Disability. I'm telling you, I'm just taking the name because that person is totally liable. So there was a commissioner called, I don't know right now he's there or not in Karnataka State Disability Welfare Department. There was a commissioner called Krishnamurthy. Okay. What
Okay.
this fellow did that I just multiple times I called and tried to reach out him. Even the security of the person who received the phone, right, telephone, they clearly told you come here and then talk. I told I can't come. I have limitations. Just I want to speak to him for 5 minutes. He said
Yes.
no, we can't. I just ask to him no. Just ask to him. This person like this, he want to talk to you. Then he says no. Then you come to me and tell me why you are taking the decision in behalf of him. She's saying no. We don't think. He told us he will come after lunchtime. He's not there now. He's no. He'll come after 2 o'clock daily. Then what is doing half day? So
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
attitude. And she's telling you come to the office, then if he is there, then we will make you to talk to him. So now
Yes.
think, if I need something, if I'm facing some severe issue and I need to talk to the Disabled Welfare Commissioner, I should go to the office from my home 20 kilometers and I should again come back, right?
Yes, yes.
That's what they want. Then what is the use of that person? He is there to make our life easy. He is there to solve our problems, right? And
Yes,
he is,
exactly.
instead of solving the problem, he is creating a problem. Going
True.
from here there and coming, it is a creating a problem for me because I
Yes,
am a person with visual impairment and even I have a mobility issue also.
yes. And definitely we need to take another person instead of
Yeah,
going. For one work, the two persons should be there for completing that work.
correct. The,
True.
the the task can be completed in phone just for 5 minutes. That
Yes.
fellow did not have 5 minutes to talk to me, even he's not bothered. Then why he's sitting on the chair? And whose money he's eating? We are only giving, no, indirectly we are daily giving indirect tax, direct tax, everything through that we are giving, and that money is going to him and he's getting the salary. Then
Yes.
also that attitude of Maharajas. So, in India, the big problem of these bureaucrats are they are having the attitude of the Maharajas and kings. They think that I am become IS, I am a king now. Everybody is under me now. That is their attitude.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody, but people who are in that situation, it's for them. We need to change. We need to move forward, because it's been 70, 80 years from our
Yes.
independence, and we are
Yes.
still in this stage because of all these problems. You
The
know,
mentality is there, the mentality is they're not able to change.
yes, yes, the
Before
mindset.
the politicians, CM, the few states chief ministers also, they are not aware what is blindness. They don't know what blind person do, how they work, how they what they are not aware of anything. Then why they're sitting on that post? And they, because you are a CM of not normal people, you are a CM of even disabled. Everybody comes under you, right?
Yes,
They
exactly.
should be aware of everybody so that you can make policies according to that.
Yes, yes, true. So, Avinash, I mean, we all talk about employment opportunities, laws, right? Have you also, I mean, do you watch movies, sports, politics?
Yeah, actually, I watch a lot of movies nowadays. So thanks to Mission Accessibility team, at least I would like to thank them. They are doing a good job, though they are blind advocates. Mr. Rahul Bajaj and Mr. Amar Jain. So they both are
Yes,
fighting for our rights, and they made many things accessible for us. I think
yes,
so. Before them, if you think if it is 10% accessible, now after coming them, at least 50% of the things are accessible now.
yes, yes,
So in
yes,
the at least terms of the digital content, so these
yes,
accessible movies, audio descriptions nowadays, they are able to give these audio descriptions. All the major, as for the mandates in March 2020, March 2026, from after March 2026, every cinema made in India should be audio described. Each and
great,
every cinema, right? It is mandate now. So for that there was a meeting earlier. So so this film federation, they have did a meeting and they have invited me as a speaker, right? So I was there. So what I saw, an attitude of a producer, what he's saying, he just got blasted and he's saying that I will not be paying more money for that. Why will I pay 1 lakh extra for audio description? So that is his attitude.
hmm,
So, but
hmm.
okay, things apart. So I like to watch movies, and yeah, there are many apps. There's one app called Novaflix.
No flex.
It is advertising all the old movies. And there's one app called Excel Cinema. So again, they only made this both app. So Excel
Yes,
Cinema is an app which you can sit in the cinema hall and you can
yeah,
do the live audio description of a movie, okay? And you can enjoy with your family. Earlier, earlier when we used to go with our family, right? We used to tell them, okay, tell me what is going on, because the silent scenes we can't able
yeah,
to understand, right?
yeah.
And
Even
they
yeah,
also
yeah,
used to get irritated from us and used to, "Arey, don't disturb me." And we used to feel very bad. But nowadays, due to Excel Cinema and all, we can go there and we can just scan our mobile and we can enjoy the silent scenes and the audios what which is skipped, right? So
yes, yes,
that is the thing. Apart from that, cricket, yeah, I like to watch cricket. So that one again another thing. Star, they provide a audio commentary for that, so they are
yes,
also that accessible thing for us.
good,
So
good.
yeah, there are things which is going on and which is
Mm.
making our life little bit easy.
Yeah,
That is
for
on the
people who
private
don't know,
capacity.
yeah, for people who you don't know about this, Excel Cinemas and Flix is an app you can download from App Store or Play Store. You can use that app to get the audio descriptions of the movie, and it can help you to get no sometimes after 5 years there will be an headlines, after 10 years the city location Hyderabad, Mumbai, it will show like that. So all that can be narrated using these audio descriptions, so
Yes,
that helps all the blinds and visually impaired people to watch a movie easily. So people, if you want, try it, these things. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, Avinash, I think we can end for this session, and we can talk, or we can go for another episode. So thank you, Avinash. Thank you for taking time and speaking such a great voice and talking about all these things.
yeah. Thank you very much, Dheeraj, and thanks to everybody. So yeah, in future again we'll catch up and we'll discuss on some other topics, right?
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.